those who've been following this channel here ever since I started, not long ago, I made a video where I was insinuating that if Dr. King of Matiang'i settles on the Jubilee Party, there are some advantages and disadvantages. I gave you some of the disadvantages, and I said that Dr. King of Matiang'i, once he decides to join Jubilee, is first going to bring some problems that he will handle right from now all the way to the elections. A problem that you will have to deal with, and it's not a small one. One of them was being called a project. That is something we'll die with until 2027. And even beyond, it will be called a project. That is number one. Number two, you will carry the problems of Jubilee administration of Uhuru Kenyatta. And actually, I'm telling you, that is yet to happen yet. We are going to get serious attacks on the Jubilee Party in relation to the bad things that happened during Uhuru Kenyatta's time. Excessive borrowing, corruption, high cost of living, plus many other things. And all these things are going to spoil Dr. King of Matiang'i's image if he's not careful. Because as I told you in another video, there's this group of people you sit with in a meeting, in a boardroom, then make decisions. And there's this group, juakali yenye kwa hapa nje, watu wa motorbike, watu wanakaa, mama mboga. They also have their way of making decisions, which must be taken into account. So what reaches to them and then comes to you, the thinking you have is not the same. You must accommodate their thinking. So I said that, and as we speak today, some of them have already started manifesting. Already, they have told Uhuru Kenyatta to keep off by William Ruto's people. Farouk Kibet has started saying that madeni ya Uhuru Kenyatta ndio imeleta shida nchini Kenya. And who can deny that? Who can deny that? They are yet to start talking about the project. They will start launching it. I'm telling you, the moment Matiang'i joined Jubilee, William Ruto nodded his head and said, yes, I'm doing well. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. King of Matiang'i, there are things that he must do for him to be safe. And that is what I want to highlight on this particular channel. But before I do so, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mokwa Times, please feel free to subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. For those who want to talk to me, my number is always here. Thank you for those who've been supporting my channel through M-Pesa. May God bless you so much. Feel free to do so anytime. Ladies and gentlemen, without much wasting of time, allow me to dive into this topic here today. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. King of Matiang'i must do some things for him to be safe. Number one, to organize a proper counter machine. I know most of you have encountered, you go to TV stations, you find someone seriously hitting Dr. King of Matiang'i, and there's no one to counter. When I see that, I remember during Uhuru Kenyatta's time, you could find Uhuru Kenyatta being hit hard by William Ruto's men, and there's nobody to speak sense to Kenyans. So eventually, Kenyans at the grassroots, they take that picture that they're given. Dr. King of Matiang'i must avoid that mistake in all costs. He must ensure that he has people to counter and speak sense to Kenyans. Like right now, his joining of Jubilee Party. People are coming out to say it was wrong, but they're not giving reasons. Someone should come out of Dr. King of Matiang'i's side and give sense to Kenyans, so that it does not get outside there that it was wrong for him to join Jubilee Party without even a tangible reason. Because people can accept when something is said repeatedly, it becomes the norm. So in a nutshell, Dr. King of Matiang'i must ensure that such kind of sentiments have been taken care of. William Ruto has a big machinery to counter. Oscar Sudi, Samson Cherargei, plus many other leaders. So it's ideal for Dr. King of Matiang'i to have a better team than that of William Ruto, so that he can be able to stop some of these things that are happening. And that is politics. That's number one. The counter machine is important because it does not allow the bad information to reach the common manage. Wakisema, anasemwa. Number two, ladies and gentlemen, it is Dr. King of Matiang'i to brand himself now. I know right now, even if you are asked, what has Matiang'i done so far in his campaigns ever since he came from the US. There's nothing significant someone can point out and say, since he came, hii na hii imefanyika. You cannot point out. Meaning he has not started working or is sleeping. So in a nutshell, this is the time now Dr. King Fred Matiang'i to come out and start doing one thing at a time, so that when Kenyans look at him, they'll be like, yeah, this is the Matiang'i we've been talking about. He needs to brand himself on the actions that he makes. Number two, on the same branding, he also needs to now shape his messaging. There's no gentlemanship. If it is status where people are being bribed, say it out and tell the people that you on your side, you're planning this and that. It must not be that you're always saying things, but whenever you come out on a mic to speak, watch your gentleman, piga kazi. Simple and clear. When this happen, you realize that people are starting to see Dr. King Fred Matiang'i as a hope for this country. He's bringing hope for this country. But if Dr. King Fred Matiang'i does not shape his action, he does not shape his messaging, then eventually people are going to see him as just a normal leader in this country. Like they saw Peter Kenneth. Ladies and gentlemen, Peter Kenneth was a very good member of parliament. He was the best member of parliament for a number of years, not once, because he did a wonderful job at Gatanga. But this gentleman, he got into the presidency race, made very bad decisions, eventually came back to governor. Right now, we don't know where Peter Kenneth is. He could not actually revive himself. Once he made a mistake, he could not revive himself. That is the same thing that Matiang'i must take care of. His name when he was leaving the US, ilikuwa hapa juu. Right now, imeshuka chini. He needs to ensure that he maintains up there, because he was not called from the US because he's a Kisi. No. He was not called from the US because he has numbers. Hakuna. Kisi and Nyamira, they can combine entirely in the entire country to 2.53 million maybe. So it is not numbers that brought Dr. King Fred Matiang'i here. And that is what actually is a threat to the people of the opposition. In that people of the opposition, especially Kalonzo Musyoka, feels that people might prefer him even if they are subjected to a nomination. And I wish they go for a nomination, so that tujue Wakenya wanataka nani. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no way Dr. King Fred Matiang'i can be the same again. He came from the US because of one simple thing: track record and what the people want in Kenya. It is service delivery. Someone who can streamline things and make things work. That's why the Gusii region people have sat down and said it is not Maraga. It is Matiang'i. Because of service delivery. Because if it's integrity, Maraga is number one. So therefore, there is no way Dr. King Fred Matiang'i can allow that good name to be diminished. He must keep it up there. Let people see him as the Matiang'i they used to be. But if he allows things like projects to infiltrate, Matiang'i's name will be tarnished. If they allow the flaws of Uhuru Kenyatta to be carried to his doorstep, he's done. If he allows his relationship with the people of Mount Kenya to be badly painted, it's done. Dr. King Fred Matiang'i will not go anywhere. And I'm telling you, if Matiang'i will not be at the ballot and be a formidable leader, he's done politically. I don't think he will survive in 2027. 2032, I mean. Because 2032, it will be having fresh leaders coming on board. Kenyans will have learned a very big lesson. I don't know what is your take, but in the comment section, you can share with me your opinion. My name is Abel Mokwa. Thank you so much for the support you've been giving me. I'm now at almost 15,000 subscription mark, but I'm yet to be there. Please subscribe, Kamoja, subscribe, so that we can move together to 15,000, later on to 20, like that. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Abel Mokwa once again.